Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sunny, and I'm presenting in front of Team 6, BizzBuddy. So, what is BizzBuddy? In essence, someone somewhere has asked, where do I start? How do I start a business, and how do I get it running? There's many ways to start a business in Bosnia Herzegovina. There's so many documentations, and it's very confusing. That's why BizzBuddy is here to produce a solution, a simplified AI search and database, document database. So you can find all the relevant documents for each district, county, and even down to the city. This is our main principle behind BizzBuddy. It's basically a centralized AI system that pulls from the entire document database that we will scan and modify to comply with our search engine. These are some of the most relevant questions that you might ask, but this is not only designed for starting a company, it's also for people who are maintaining a company, who want to start a startup, or lawyers. The best thing about lawyers is that they will always come back when they need relevant laws in some specific part of the country. So the three main crucial parts of this is that it has to be easy. So a simple search away is going to lead you to the specific document with a specific query, and it's going to produce you more details than what you can find, let's say, on Google. The second part is it has to be accessible to everyone. So let's say you search something up, it'll lead to a source where that is from. And the third part is a tailored experience. So let's say a team of lawyers might have a specific group of documents that they might need. The AI will eventually prove itself by tailoring what they have used to search, and it'll show the relevant results for them. The three main groups here are that Gen Z, entrepreneurs, and young people. All these three groups have in common that they want to start something. They have an idea, they want to prosper, they want to get it out in the market, but they don't know how to start a business. And starting a business in Bosnia and Herzegovina is challenging. And not just Bosnia and Herzegovina, even in the Balkan region. So that's why BizzBuddy is here. This is our primary target audience. The barriers and potential impacts, we've separated this slide into two parts. Our barriers are lack of cooperation due to how, let's say, our government and our high institutions usually do not want to cooperate with, some student from Mostar who wants to change the world, let's say. That's why we want to have a shortcut for business startups. The second is expensive development. AI development is expensive. It does take time, and scanning thousands of documents will take time, and regulatory hurdles. Now, the good thing about this third part is that our team consists of two lawyers and one biz development. I myself am a programmer. The benefits of yeah, they really brought a programmer to present, but it is what it is. What would be the eventual benefits of BizzBuddy? Well, if more students and more entrepreneurs could start businesses, then that would lead to a cultural and economic impact. We can localize support directly to those who need it, and the ability to expand. Once we develop one system, we can easily update it and, let's say, expand to other Balkan countries like Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, etc. And partnership opportunities. Partnership opportunities allows us to connect with companies. So let's say if companies would allow a certain sum of money for a startup idea, how would we connect those people to those, let's say, venture VCs? Finally, revenue stream. It's comprised of two parts. The first part is a free tier. Obviously, having limited access would push our users to go to a monthly or a yearly subscription. That way we can captivate them, and this would be the paid subscription. Paid subscription is the best part for lawyers because they can pay once per year a set price, and they can have unlimited access to all documents, and unlimited amounts of search records. Finally, we'll have a specific plan for teams so they can organize, let's say, document collections, etc. Before I end this slide, I just want to say our target group is, let's say, first of all, general Bosnia Herzegovina, and then we would like to expand to Balkan regions and forward. That's about it. Any questions? Oh, sorry.
I have actually many questions. I don't know where to start. But first of all, technical question, like what does this, how does this differ from, you know, just going to like OpenAI, ChatGPT and just asking a question with an open, like that's just technical first to start.
Because we are specializing for Bosnia and Herzegovina, we want to develop a specialized AI data set that will be comprised of the documents that we will literally, like thousands and thousands of documents. So it will be specified for, let's say, Bosnia and Herzegovina. And let's say you ask for, let's say, Herzegovina Canton, it will provide that specific documentation with that specific knowledge that we will train it on.
I don't know. Yeah, there was like a lock. But I mean, there are already solutions where you can just drag and drop documents and create like you know, something like this with zero code, right? So you can just like drag and drop your document or your knowledge base or whatever, and then train a model on top of existing LLM. So I'm just wondering, what is the actual product and how does it work?
The product by itself will, let's say no one has that much time. We want to specialize this by just literally taking, because there's thousands of documents spread across thousands of sites, and some of them are not even digitized. So we want to have a central website, app, whatever it will be in the future, that you can just sign in, search a query that you're interested in, and it will give you the results.
Actually, we are working on very similar, you know, problem with the startup in New York City, and this is actually similar to what you're doing, and you can do this with RAG, and you have to have specific information in the vectorized database, like you said. You can't just pull some general documents. So then you have to label data, which is another thing. Maybe have you considered doing that as part of the business for others to do it, because there'll be a huge need for labeling the data just in order to be able to retrieve and train the model. And so I think this is a great idea. It's just, I don't know how big the market is here, but if, you know, remember what I said in the slides, maybe you can, you know, proof of concept here and then export it, because there are applications like this that are needed. Specifically to train, to like for businesses to ask questions, and also you can expand it and say what is your advice to like how to start a business? What do I need? You know, not only documents but other things that I need to do. What are the other steps in the process? Kind of more like a management consultant combined with some documentation and inputs, which would be much more powerful. But I think it's a great idea.
Thank you very much.
What have you done so far? So what is your, do you have like a design, like a product design? Do you have some code up and running, like a POC, or do you have any interest or any user research that you have done, any LOIs or anything?
We've personally tested some AIs in-house on my personal servers, and they did work. However, we would need to scale up with, let's say, GPUs not using CPUs. So we have a proof of concept that we can use, let's say, documents to create an AI model. That's our current proof of concept. And then from there, we would take that AI, plug it into, we would have an API connected to the website, and make everything look beautiful. Yes, Llama 2. Yes.
I can go now. First question, do you have a job? Because I need a programmer with soft skills. So yes, no, yes, no, okay. Sorry. The second one is basically your target audience is a bit wide there. So I'm curious about what is the business logic behind it and what is the business model, because not all users will want the same information. And I'm jumping in on the train with the next questions. You will have to label a lot of content, and how do you plan to do that? Like,
Well, there's no getting around it that we will have to meticulously get every single document and convert it to a digital form and then label it and then convert and plug it into the database. Sorry, what was the start of the second question? No, not the job one.
You went out and you said I get a job.
We'll stay in touch. Did I answer your question? Sorry.
If you have questions, we'll have a session, 20-minute session later. You can ask that. We have one more online question.
I don't know if the similar question has already been, but Amar Mahmudbegovic asked which kind of documents you plan to use for training your model, I suppose.
The models we'll have to get government provided documents. So we would have to scout documents from the government, from offices, and I'm not a lawyer. My other teammates could possibly cover me. Unfortunately, they're not here, but yeah, we would have to get a lot of documents. Right now we've digitized somewhere between, I think, 10 and 15 for proof of concept, but we have to scale up massively. Yes. The ones we've gotten from government websites.
Okay, we'll talk later. Okay, thank you, Ola. We don't have more time. Our next team is Help Me.